but I'm glad that Roxy sent it to me because I've wanted to hear this one and I haven't had a chance yet. So if you guys don't know what we're about to get into, we're about to hit up my little bro from the Y, baby. And I saw that he posted the other day that he had dropped a new song. I saw this one in my feed. I have not had a chance to listen to it yet, but I'm so excited. If you guys don't know Alphabyte already, my man makes beautiful music. Maybe beautiful is the wrong word, but my man is a fantastic MC. And if you guys haven't checked out his catalog, you are doing yourself a serious injustice. So without further ado, we're gonna jump over and we're gonna check out my little bro from the Y, Alphabyte, with Started From the Bottom. And this came out, what, 3 days ago. Started From the Bottom by Alphabyte. Let's get it. I feel like it's a little, like just a touch long on the intro right here on the instrumental before he comes in, but I get why. I mean, the beat's still building. That's more on the producer than it is on BiddyBot. I will say it's got that signature sound. You know what I'm saying? BiddyBot benefits from having a real staticky hi-hat. We coming in, them cymbals are very there's a lot of sizzle up in here. I'm with it. This is my man's sound. We got that nice bass coming in. We got them subs coming in, giving a lot of emphasis right here. You know, my homie hits up that boom bap. He'll tear up a boom bap beat any day. Let's go though.
Lately I've been feeling like I'm doing what I can. I swear I try to move a mountain while the movement it expands. Took the
Okay, so pause real quick because I want to go back and actually talk about what he was saying. Little muffled on the mix right there. I'm not gonna beat up the mix too much. We'll see where it lands. One thing I do like coming in that I wasn't expecting though is that hey underneath. Now that's kind of what's causing some of the muffle, I think, but that's an interesting little approach.
Lately I've been feeling like I'm doing what I can. I swear I try to move a mountain while the movement it expands. Took another rapper's flow and made it better, been advanced. You know the story wasn't written, how the fuck you know the rest? You try to chase me at my
Okay, we talking about we ain't done. He's talking about trying to move mountains, doing what he can. He's saying basically, I'm trying to do what I can, baby. I'm trying to move mountains while the movement expands and everything. I'm making other rappers' flows better. He's saying I'm improving the craft. I feel like this is gonna kind of touch on a little bit of where he's been a little less active lately and stuff like that. I feel like we're gonna dip into some of those topics. And at the end of the day, if you know BiddyBot is a dreamer, man. 100% Alphabyte trying to move them mountains, whether he can get them to budge yet or not, he's still gonna try.
what I can. I swear I try to move a mountain while the movement it expands. Took another rapper's flow and made it better, been advanced. You know the story wasn't written, how the fuck you know the rest? You try to chase me at my final.
Story wasn't written, how the fuck you know the rest? You don't know how this is gonna end. Okay, vocals a bit on the low, should be raised. Like I said, there's a little bit in the vocal mix that I'm not feeling, but
I swear I try to move a mountain while the movement it expands. Took another rapper's flow and made it better, been advanced. You know the story wasn't written, how the fuck you know the rest? You try to chase me at my finest, of course they say I'm a threat. You been a nickel, I'm a diamond, I'm shining, I'm in the west. You penny.
I like that. You been a nickel, I'm a dime. I'm twice as good, but we talking about people thinking they know how this is gonna end. We talking about people thinking they know your story. They think they know what's going on. So who been talking about BiddyBot? That's what I want to know. Somebody been talking about, like, speculating on what's going on, thinking they know why he's been away? Okay.
Made it better, been advanced. You know the story wasn't written, how the fuck you know the rest? You try to chase me at my finest, of course they say I'm a threat. You been a nickel, I'm a diamond, I'm shining, I'm in the west. You penny pinching little bitches, they slobbering on my set. I take these syllables, don't count them, they're bouncing around my head. I never had this problem now, the amount to count on my friends. I never seen it dwindle out, but it's playing out from events. What comes around, it goes around, and the circle's starting to bend. Alphabyte, you know you right, it's the shaman side with the pen. Reflected twice, it bleeds at nights when I pour my soul in and then I take advice and make it right. It's my sword, it's my shield, my zen, I stab a
Okay, we talking about growth. What I'm hearing at the end of the day, we talking about being in top form. He's talking about practicing. He's talking about improving. He's talking about getting better. There's an overriding narrative right here where we're talking about somebody who's out here saying some shit. Because we talking about everything coming back around. We talking about them getting what's coming to them and everything. The story homie is telling, somebody's saying something. I don't know. I haven't heard it. Maybe y'all can fill me in if y'all know what's going on with that. Ain't nobody know what homie's gonna end up doing. You know what I'm saying? And homie's story is far from done.
The nights when I pour my soul in and then I take advice and make it right. It's my sword, it's my shield, my zen. I stab a mic and break it.
It's my sword, it's my shield, my zen. That was actually a pretty tough line right there to get in too. That was nice.
The pen, Alphabyte, you know you right. It's the shaman side with the pen. Reflected twice, it bleeds the nights when I pour my soul in and then I take advice and make it right. It's my sword, it's my shield, my zen. I stab a mic and break a cycle. No normal guy to begin with. As I'm walking through the portal, I summon rhyming relentless. I'm the bridge. There was a gap between mortal God and religion. See these creatures, they ain't loyal. I see the spoil and visions. Go to war just for the oil. My
we're getting on spirituality right there too. The bridge between mortal and God, basically.
As I'm walking through the portal, I summon rhyming relentless. I'm the bridge. There was a gap between mortal God and religion. See these creatures.
Mortal God and religion. I'm the bridge between mortal God and religion. That's kind of tying back into the shaman bar and everything. Some of the spirituality. Okay.
They ain't loyal. I see the spoil and visions. Go to war just for the oil. My temper boils. Just listen. And I know I'm from the soil when no recoil is hitting. But my spirit ain't devoid. And there's a voice of wisdom. Tell me, is there even choice? If it's a noise that hisses, get back, maybe it'll lunge. The viper's known to be vicious. See, the devil isn't one to be laying dormant. His image is a manifested energy. Thousands of years tradition. Alphabyte, you know my type. I'm like magic working magicians. Pull a card, the boulevard is just waiting. They know my trick is full of art. Now from Vermont, but got homies from there not missing any. Shock 'em from the barrel. The fire's loaded, a pistol. Just a crack, a Robin Jack and been popping.
The little chorus sample that keeps coming in definitely keeps kind of catching me off, and not in a bad way. Like, it's really good. It's a really good addition. Roxy mentioned it's a little bit slower for Bittybot. Honestly, this whole song, in terms of the flow, in terms of the writing, in terms of like what Alphabot himself is doing in this song, it's very on brand. It's very much him. Albeit he's speaking a little more clearly, consistently. He's not really going into the more aggressive, grindier, you know, that angrier sound. So there's a little bit more clarity. That's on brand for him. Nothing else about this song really feels like Alphabot to me. It's a really weird, different kind of feel. That said, the mix kind of hits me a little bit off, because especially when the sample comes in, we're feeling a little too messy for me. It's a little too cluttered for me with the more static sound that everything has. It's not really got a crisp sound, and I'm used to having a really crisp sound out of everything that Bittybot makes. But it's not bad. It's just, it's very different. If I listened to this, it would take me a couple of passes to realize that this was actually him if I didn't know straight up.
Packages ripping in the boxy underclassmen. Established that I've been living in the shadow of the cabin where counselors saw me swimming. I was drowning in the lake. Now the crystals got me convinced of that.
Okay, we got some Jason Voorhees bars up in here too. Alphabot's always bar heavy, and that's the thing. Definitely more into the boom bappy bar heavy Rule of Two stuff. It's definitely reminiscent of that, but even in his regular stuff, Alphabot stays bar to bar.
Of the cabin where counselors saw me swimming. I was drowning in the lake. Now the crystals got me convinced of that these bugs up on my skin that are crawling is not an issue. Hakuna before Matata. I swallow a wasp if fistful. Never felt it if it stings. Been numb to pain since an infant. In the desert with the flames when running to go the distance. What I've kicked up in my lungs like dirt and fluid. For instance, there's a pressure when it's from my shaman druid existence. Consuming innate becoming when one is one with the blisses. Feel the peace within.
I like how we're talking about overcoming, though. He's mentioned the spirituality aspect and everything a lot. The overarching theme that I'm kind of getting is overcoming everything through that connection with God, through that spiritual relationship that you have. He's talking about where he came from. He mentioned the enemy a little while back when he was talking about incarnations of Satan coming over time. Interesting feel overall, because it's a very transformative song. It's definitely about overcoming. It's definitely about growing. It's definitely about getting stronger. Thematically, it's on point.
My shaman druid exists.
I guess that, and I hadn't really thought about the title, but starting from the bottom, I guess that's what we're coming back to in this song, that growth story, that adaptation, that overcoming. Okay.
Since consuming and they becoming, when one is one with the blisses, feel the peace within my stomach, the Bible plummet the usage. It's a simple concept now, I guess moderation's the root of the cliche, and what I found, plus my heart's in the race, I'm losing the bodies I lay to rest with the state of mind of conviction. They've gone and issued the warrant out, but my bounty's lifted. Counterfeiting rappers will bite my flow, which they sap my liver. Kidneys shutting down, and I'm blinded when I've been past the limit. Fucking took the virus and paid no mind like them whiny bitches. Maybe I'm a baby. It's crazy to think in 96 and one to be debated. The greatest go out on top and live up expectations aimless. Personas aligned the way he could have done it by himself. With this English language, I'm crazy for it.
Huh. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed this. It cut kind of sharp there. That was weird. That was an odd point for it to end on, just on the, I'm a little frustrated with that piece. On the whole, neat song. I don't know that it's the song that I wanted to hear Alphabyte come back with, just because it is kind of venturing into some different terrain for him. That said, it's a good song. It shows a different side of him that isn't really what we're used to, and I can always appreciate that. Definitely appreciate homie getting himself outside of any box that anybody may have previously identified with him with. As far as pure talent, Alphabyte's always been talented. That hasn't changed. I'm wondering if AJ mixed this one or not, because the mix on this one didn't feel as strong as a Alphabyte mix normally feels. It's definitely solid. Glad to hear my man BittyBot back making music. All right, guys, it's AlphaTyler, and I'm just letting you know that that video that you just watched was probably recorded during one of my live streams. If you guys aren't already looking out, we live on Twitch almost every day, so make sure that you guys are following over there if you use Twitch. If not, don't forget, every Thursday we do ATRL. So if we just did a music reaction, which I'm pretty sure we probably did, y'all need to be making sure that you tap in every Thursday for ATRL, because it is the only place to be on Thursday nights. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe, follow, and don't forget to check me out over on social media, wherever I be on the internet, doing whatever things I be doing on the internet. But y'all be blessed. I appreciate you. Much love. I hope that you are staying safe, taking care of yourselves. I'm gonna catch you guys next time.
Now I'm coming to expose you with your eyes wide shut. You didn't see me in the corner. I'm a freak in the beast, seeking peace and release. And I'm seizing your sheets while you're scurrying for me. Bitch, you have to pay the fee for the monster you bequeathed. I'm the product of your greed. Now it's time to pay your fee.